Rarely is the question asked, is our children learning?
Every time you sneeze, you say, oh boy. I'm cool also.
Sushi jackknife. 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 Sushi jackknife.
Tested.
I feel like what we were just doing is like zombie vocal warm-ups.
I actually, so I started making the noise just to test my levels because I felt like that would be a decent level tester.
Yeah.
And I got distracted by the fact that I wasn't aware of like how wide my mouth could open until that second. I stretched it to the limit. It was as far as it can go.
You were amazed at your anatomy.
Just everyone at home, take a second right now. You don't have to make the noise.
No, well,
just open your jaw as wide as you can. Like to the point that it feels like it's about to pop out of its jaw socket. Jaw socket?
yeah.
It's kind of incredible that a jaw can open that far.
It is weird, yeah.
Yeah. Like you don't on a daily basis open your jaw past, we'll say here. You can't see where I'm pointing, but it's the normal jaw opening point.
The NJP.
But you can go like a full half inch further.
You really can't. Well, no, I mean, half inch.
Half inch.
I mean, even eating, that's maybe an inch. But I can go like 2 inches.
Yeah. But like the farthest you ever open it.
Oh,
It's
yeah.
like normally.
Yeah. This is
You
like,
can go further.
this is how far you open it when you're screaming.
Yeah.
Because,
It's I think that really it's an example of how we try to put limitations on ourselves.
we do.
You know, like my jaw can't open any further than that. Well, guess what, buckaroo?
You've spent your whole life thinking about, in the back of your, not actively, but in the back of your mind, about how disappointed you were about.
You know those gigantic jaw breakers that you were like, well, no one can fit that whole thing in their mouth. You can fit 2 in there.
Welcome to Sushi Jackknife.
Hey.
Hey, or as you say, bonjour.
No, not today.
Obviously.
I'm not feeling very French. They haven't done anything to offend me. I just don't feel French today.
You seem like you would enjoy France.
I don't think I would.
Okay. I mostly said that to see what you would say.
Well, I've thought about it. I've thought about all the places I want to go in Europe.
Yeah.
And France is one of those countries that's like an obligation to go to.
Yeah.
But I don't really care if I go there ever.
Like, you can't really say you've been to Europe,
I mean,
but not been to France.
You're supposed to go to Paris.
Yeah.
There's stuff to see there. Whatever.
I see London. I see France.
I really want to go to Ireland.
Yeah.
I feel like I would thrive in Ireland. In France, I would just spend the whole time going, is that guy being rude to me? I hear they're all rude. I don't know if that's rude. I can't tell what he's saying. I don't speak French.
The thing you have to do if you go to France, I think you have to wear a Mickey Mouse shirtless T-shirt.
Okay.
Flip-flops.
Yeah.
And I think you have to swear a lot.
Okay.
And ask and speak only in English to people, like belligerently. That's what I think French people think of Americans.
I'm sure it is.
Yeah. Yeah.
Make sure that I have like 4 cameras around my neck.
Yeah. At all times.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and these days, just phones. You have phones around
4
your neck.
iPhones
Yeah.
around my neck. Okay. They probably, I mean, actually, they may still think that Americans don't even own real cameras. We just walk around with those stupid Kodak disposable things.
That's a sound that we don't hear as much anymore.
Nah, I don't miss it.
No, I don't either. I mean, it used to be like you go to a museum and you'd end up hearing that fucking
Just a lot.
sound.
Yep.
And everyone's flashes going off and shit. Like, I feel like people don't even use flashes much now at the with the phones. Maybe you don't have to.
They should. Let me let me start by saying that. Not because I want them to use flashes,
Yeah.
but for the quality of their pictures. They're trying to take a lot of pictures in low light settings.
Yeah.
And the lens speed
Yeah.
on cell phone cameras is not enough to capture
Is that f-stop?
Well, f-stop is a thing.
Is a thing.
Yeah, but that's not the
That's
shutter
not
speed.
That. Okay.
That's the size of the
Hole.
opening. Yeah.
Oh. See, I'm just
Shutter speed is like a human being holding a camera. The shutter speed should never be below a 60th of a second.
okay.
Because if it's below that, it captures any movement with your hand.
Oh. Thinking.
Yeah.
See the
High school photography class.
you remember quite a lot from high school photography.
I also took
class.
it in college.
Oh well, you remember a lot from college photography class as well.
Yeah.
Is that why?
Well, it's
people-
very interesting to me.
Yeah.
I remember interesting things.
There you go.
It's why I don't remember anything from calculus. I
that
remember
why-
imaginary numbers are a thing.
Is that why people come here? Do they come here to be edified with,
Yeah.
sort of the remnants of what we remember from college?
Yeah, this is an educational podcast,
Boy,
first and foremost.
We really could do that because I did a lot of college.
First and foremost, we're here to educate.
Yeah.
Entertainment is like down 5th or 6th priority.
37th.
It's way down there, which is why no one is ever entertained.
That's true.
They get caught up in the education, all of the things in front of entertainment.
Yeah. Yeah, all that stuff. That's what you're here for, ultimately. That and, prank calling the Swiss colony.
Yeah. Well, it wasn't a prank call.
No, it was an informational.
It was
a
educational.
Informational. Yeah.
Because I'll tell you, I didn't assume that there was actual shellfish
In the
In the
incredible
dip?
Incredibles.
Yeah, in the Incredible Spreadables.
Thank you. Thank you.
And he said there was last week, in case you haven't listened to last week's episode.
You should.
And I still think he's a liar because I'm pretty sure that catalog said there wasn't any. But, yeah.
I wanted
You live, you learn.
I wanted to thank someone for leaving us an iTunes review. Actually,
Who?
Well, he used to do a podcast called The Mike Kings. Adam, his Twitter handle is @the_Mike_Kings.
Why doesn't he do the podcast?
I don't know why they don't do it anymore, but
Was
it
it
is no
good?
more.
I didn't even know it was a thing.
It was a thing. Yeah, it was a good thing. And he left us a nice review on the iTunes.
I hardly knew ye.
Unprovoked, I believe. I mean, most of the reviews we've gotten, I've hounded people, and been like, "Hey,
You know what you're supposed to do? Tell everyone that that's the case.
that I hound people."
To give us reviews.
Oh no, yes, you absolutely should.
You should just announce it to the entire world because it makes it seem really legit.
Yeah, and also like we care.
Oh, here we go. I found him, Adam Gumby.
Yeah, Adam Gumby. Yeah,
Used to be a podcast. Well, they have a YouTube channel
there you go. It's a YouTube channel
with
now.
a WWE 2K18 series. I don't know what that means.
Well, neither do I, but it sounds exciting.
Yeah. Oh, they like wrestling.
I bet you could also get educated over there.
About wrestling. I actually probably could because I don't know anything.
I'm willing to bet you don't know a goddamn thing about wrestling.
I really I can name some people who were wrestlers when I was in like elementary school.
Yeah.
Because I like actively watched wrestling or anything.
Right.
But because everyone else actively watched wrestling and I went, "Yeah!
Yeah, I was.
Yeah, Stone Cold!
Yeah.
Yeah, I know.
316.
I'm cool also. I do have those action figures also as well."
I love nervous child Nathan. I love it. I love nervous child Nathan.
I like the entrance. The entrance music is neat.
You're just so uncomfortable in your own skin.
Yeah, does The Rock still wrestle? I know he makes $8 billion on movies.
Yeah, he does do that.
I don't know if he wrestles.
He does make $8 billion on
He's
movies.
Too Fast and also Too Furious.
Well, yeah. He's also Jumanji'd.
Is he in Jumanji too?
He's in the new Jumanji movie.
Man,
Which I
tell
don't know why. Why?
It's like in Hollywood, especially now that they've had to start whittling out actors
all these crazy
because they
freaks. Yeah.
they like to
Diddle
grab
people.
things.
Yeah. Plants.
Be it their things or other things.
Yeah.
I feel like The Rock is the number one person to turn to for a blockbuster now.
Oh, yeah. Absolutely he is.
They ignore everyone else and they're like, well, what's this movie about? Don't care. Gonna be a blockbuster. Get The Rock.
If there's a franchise, he'll do it. Mm-hmm. You know what I'd love to see, actually? It's
Him play a serious dramatic role with no explosions involved.
No. That is the opposite of what I'd like to see.
I kind of would like to see it.
With Adam Sandler in it.
Hey, Adam Sandler can do dramatic
No,
acting.
he can. He
Don't you? Don't make me defend Adam Sandler after he's done 2 grown-ups movies, but I'll do it. I'll defend him.
And the horse he rode in on. No, I would love to see a He-Man movie starring Dwayne "The Rock"
Oh,
Johnson.
that would be good.
Yeah, he's
That would
perfect.
be very good.
He's perfect for that. I don't know who would be She-Ra, because I just thought of this. But yeah, that's not a bad idea at all. An Orko, you just get some fucking guy.
I don't know what an Orko is.
He's a little ghosty, floaty guy.
Can I be real with you here?
Yeah,
Never watched a single second of He-Man in my lifetime.
Probably not worth your time.
Well, I mean, it would be if The Rock was in it,
Well, obviously,
but he's not yet.
not yet. Just give it time.
I'm
Give it
just
time.
on physical appearance alone.
Yeah, he's a specimen.
Thinking, that is the perfect casting choice. Although they better do it soon.
Yeah.
He's getting old.
Yeah, they'll have to rename it Old Man.
Yeah. I mean, no one wants to see a 60-year-old He-Man. He's not anywhere near 60
I don't
before
know.
anyone gets upset.
He's one of those people. There's 2 things I can't tell about him: age. What's the other one?
Genitalia?
Well, I mean, I've never seen it, but I have some assumptions.
What? What is it?
Race. He's.
I know there's Samoan.
Oh, see, that makes sense. That makes sense.
I
He's one of those people you're like, you could be 8 things, and
Let's
I don't
see.
know. He's one of those people who are like the next step in evolution, you know?
Why does Wikipedia have his political party down?
What is his political party?
Independent.
That's not so much a party, is it? Just a
It says,
stance.
and I quote, political party, independent.
Okay, all right.
I don't.
It's not
I
a
don't
party,
know why. He's 45.
Wow, God, I thought he was older than that, actually. Not because of the way he looks, but just, I don't know.
No, he's
about him.
only 45.
Okay. Well, we got a lot. We have lots of years of entertainment left.
He has 2 children.
Really?
Can you imagine being the child of The Rock?
Yeah, I
The
think
Pebble?
Chip off the old
If one's not called Chip, they are missing out.
and the other one
man.
Pebble. If he has one boy, Chip, and a girl, Pebble. That's nice. That's nice.
Yeah, he's a descendant of Samoan chiefs.
I could see that.
Yeah.
So it kind of makes sense that he was in Moana
I think that's why he
too.
was in Moana.
Okay, that's why he kind of went for it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm really tired of Moana being a thing already in life.
Do tell.
I'm tired of hearing people talk about Moana.
Okay.
And seeing Moana things everywhere. I have not seen 1 second of Moana. I'm not missing anything. I know this for a fact. But every store, it's the same thing as when Frozen first came out.
Oh, fuck. I know. Yeah.
Everyone was Frozen.
Frozen.
Let it go. Let it go.
Listen, for a certain generation of children, namely our children, Frozen's the thing.
Not for mine.
Well, maybe not, but
It's going to be long gone by then. Unless Frozen 2 comes out. Frozen 2 Electric Boogaloo.
I'm looking forward to that one.
But yeah, I don't.
Frozen Defrosted. Starring Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson.
Of course, as all of the roles. It'll be a Moana Frozen crossover. Man, if they did that.
That would be called Room Temperature. Wow.
Lukewarm.
Lukewarm.
Yeah, when Frozen was out, I got tired of that song.
Oh, of course you did.
The only joy I got from that song was I knew that Everett, whom I worked with at the time, hated the song. So I would just frequently go, "Hey man, you just gotta let it go." Because I knew it would get stuck in his head when I did that somehow. It brought me great joy.
Wait, you don't work with Everett anymore?
He quit. I've had no Everett for almost a year.
You didn't fucking tell us, man.
You didn't ask.
That's all right. That's
You
fair.
should have asked me on a weekly basis if Everett's.
What did he quit over? Do you know?
He got a new job.
Oh, okay.
I assume it's dumpster diving behind the Kroger.
Yeah. So he's a needle weasel.
He's living in his Xterra he can't afford behind the Kroger, dumpster diving.
Oh boy.
No one can prove that I'm wrong because they don't know who I'm talking about.
Everett is a code name.
But now Moana, like when we went Christmas shopping for my child.
Yeah.
And we went to Toys R Us.
Ah, yes.
To get, some very specific things. None of which involved Moana, but there was Moana everywhere. Moana dolls.
Yeah.
Moana on other things that just toys that you're like, that's a normal toy, but they put a Moana on it. Why did they do that?
Because it sounded nice.
Yes.
Let's put a Moana on it. It's all you need.
I'm tired of it.
Songs
already.
by Lin-Manuel Miranda.
I don't care.
I'm just saying.
I don't care about Lin-Manuel.
Shiny. That's one of them. There's a big ass crab, and it's got like a jewel encrusted shell, and it's like, "I'm shiny." And the one that The Rock sings is "You're welcome." You're welcome. Da 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 ba. Ba da ba da ba da ba ba. Yeah, you don't need any of this. You look so displeased.
I was just wondering how long that song with no words would continue.
How long until you stop me? Forcibly.
Anyway.
You know how it goes.
So aside from that, The Rock has had quite the career.
Quite the career.
This has been a long diatribe. All that to say, everyone should go to the YouTube channel
And
to
catch up with the Mike Kings.
to the Mike King's YouTube channel and watch their WWE 2K18 series.
They should. And finally, after I don't know a year, I sent the Banana Buddies the cassette that we made for them.
Oh,
Yeah.
what'd they say?
Excited to hear it. One of them has a tape player in their car. So I thought that was pretty convenient.
I hope, because I assume that it's a normal length episode. I don't remember what
It's
we
about
did. now.
it was 30 minutes aside. No one's heard this, by the way, because we had
So
to give them
they're
a chance to hear it first.
I want them to go just hang out in their car
Yeah.
and listen to it. I hope they're not even driving anywhere. I hope they sit in the
Just sit in
driveway.
the both of them,
Yeah.
and just enjoy
In separate seats. Or
Yeah.
the same seat if they really want. It just seems like it would be less comfortable.
Because Phineas was so into dreams, like he really loved our street salmon episode about a dream I had about a big fish dying in the street. We did a dream-centric episode, which we will subsequently release as a bonus to you guys. We just had to give them some time to hear it first, so that it was special for them.
I'm sure it was a great episode.
It actually,
Probably one of our best.
Well,
I legit don't remember one thing we did on that.
I remember a lot. You know why I remember so much? Because I transferred it to digital.
Yeah.
We learned something that night.
What was it we learned?
fuck cassettes.
Okay.
So forever we had said on the show, like, hey, if you want a custom episode, we'll do one for you on a cassette just for you, and we'll mail it to you. And no one ever took us up on it.
Yeah.
Until then. And I'm sniffly, by the way. I'm just going to apologize because I'm going to sniffle in this mic.
I'm going to also. I'm not even sniffly. I just like to feel included.
Out of support. Hey, aw, thanks, Nathan. So we did it for them because they were like, yeah, we'll take a cassette episode. And it took fucking forever to transfer it. But the more annoying thing was we had to I had to paranoidly. Paranoidish?
Yeah.
I don't fucking know.
Paramore.
I paramored,
Yeah.
and then I did a backflip, and I felt better. I had to watch the tape machine with... Oh boy! That was a big sneeze. I had to watch the tape machine to see when we were about to run out of tape
Right.
to flip it over. And then there was rewinding and fast forwarding and making sure that we got it. And oh boy, computers are real nice.
I don't know. I mean, cassettes always seem so convenient.
Right.
What with
Oh my god.
what with their ability to be completely ruined at a moment's notice.
Right, yeah, exactly.
I loved it.
When I was in high school, I did a lot of things to my car to adorn it, right? As you
sounds
do.
right.
As you do. If
Yeah,
you're me.
sure.
Yeah. I had one of those little Polaroid cameras that had the little sticky pictures, You could stick them.
Yeah.
So, oh boy. We stuck, wow.
Do you have anything left in there? Is that all of it?
I don't think so. I think we're just getting started.
Do we need to go get a pipe cleaner and run it through your nasal cavities?
Could we?
I've always wondered,
Yeah.
if you got a fine enough one, could you weave it up in there without
Like fishing
damaging
line?
anything?
Sure.
Clean things out,
Yeah,
pull
yeah.
it back out.
Oh boy. This is going to be
You know what I like most about this?
fun to edit. Uh-huh.
Every time you sneeze, you say, oh boy,
Yeah.
as if that's a natural part of the sneeze.
No, it's just something I've put on today. Yeah.
Like
It's a new
everyone in growing up was taught a chew was the sneeze. But on Sushi Jackknife, the sneeze is, oh boy,
Oh boy.
oh boy,
Ah boy.
oh boy.
So, what the fuck were we talking about?
Cassettes,
Cassettes. Oh, so I adorned
Banana Boys.
Yeah, I adorned my car with lots of things, and I found a crushed cassette of the Foo Fighters' first or second album. I don't remember.
We'll say third.
No, it definitely wasn't the third. Oh boy.
Dave Grohl's secret side project.
Yeah. I think that was called Memphis Breath. So I had this cassette, and I decided the best idea would be to take the tape from the cassette and wrap it around the antenna of my car.
Okay.
So I had like a garland that I'm pretty sure when I drove, it extended past the car a good 25 feet behind me. I had a big streamer of the Foo Fighters album.
So what you're saying here is,
Yeah.
between me pretending to know how wrestling works,
Yeah.
and you wrapping cassette tapes around your car, this is hands down the coolest duo on a podcast.
Oh, boy.
On the entire internet.
You don't even know. So yeah, we will thank you, Phineas and Bill, and we will subsequently release that episode for you guys. Note, disclaimer here: the audio quality is subpar because we recorded it to a fucking cassette tape.
So don't whine.
And don't judge us
I mean, you can judge it. I don't
if you
care.
want to. It's going to be marked bonus.
No,
So
wait. What does? So the Nanner Boys, they got a cassette.
they did.
What does Adam get? I'm
Do
concerned
we
about
want to
Adam.
send? Do we want to send Adam something?
Well, I mean, I don't know if we want to do a cassette episode.
No, we
for him.
don't want to do that
But
again. No.
I feel
Some
like we
stickers?
owe Adam
I
something.
sent them some stickers too and some candy.
Candy.
I had
What kind of
leftover.
candy?
Just leftover Halloween candy.
Is that where all the cherry cordials went? Or not cherry cordials, the Buckeyes?
No, they went in my mouth again. For the second year in a row. No, Adam should get some stickers at least, don't you think?
I mean, he
Send Adam
deserves something.
Adam, reach out. You know how to get in touch if you want some stickers. I'll mail 'em
And
to
a
you.
hug.
Yeah, that's going to be a little harder. I
Then
think.
come here, I'll give you a hug, man.
I don't know where you are.
Bring it
actually.
in.
Am I wrong if I'm thinking West Virginia? I'm sorry, Adam. So, yeah.
It's Kentucky, USA.
Ah, shit. Okay, Kentucky. Yeah, Kentucky.
I
I knew it was one of those states.
I still have at the Mike Kings pulled
up. Oh, look at you.
on my Twitter application, my Twitter smartphone application.
You do indeed. So I was rummaging through, and this will be the extent of the prepared content for this week's episode,
Oh man,
and it's only kind of half-ass prepared at that.
right?
I was rummaging through my old magazines. Children,
Yeah,
they're like books, but they used to come to your house, and they're like soft bound.
they're the things that are at the grocery store,
Yeah.
telling you who's getting a divorce.
Have you heard of a periodical? They're in that category of
You know how you go to the grocery store with your parents and you see a picture of, Bill Clinton saying that he raped 900 people, or like a bunch of nonsense every so often.
oh wow.
That's a magazine.
So I had a subscription to Rolling Stone.
The Rolling Stone.
Yeah, for a little while when I was a teenager, and I was rummaging through my old issues. I have some good ones. I have the one when George Harrison died.
Oh, that's a sad one.
It was. I had a few good ones. This particular issue, never my favorite issue, but for some reason I hung on to it. This is issue 852, October 26th, the day before my birthday, 2000. So I was, what? I was almost 17 when I got this. 16, 17.
In 2000?
How the fuck old am I? No, I was born in 84. 94.
No, that would be like
Yeah,
16.
yeah, it'd be like 16.
Man.
Yeah. So, it's from the year 2000 because who's featured on the cover? Jacob Dylan from the Wallflowers. And they were sort of in the, early twilight of their career by this point even.
Was this around the Wallflowers may be calling it quits, but Jacob Dylan's going to try this whole solo music thing.
Yeah, that was kind of that era. Yeah. Yeah.
And they
Jacob
put out
Dylan,
several albums that weren't all that great.
Ancient Footsteps and New Wallflowers. Though we did see him, Jen and I, on the spur of the moment when we first moved to Nashville, and he was rather good.
He's not bad.
No, he's rather good.
But no, he's one of those musicians that even though the songs he's written are pretty good, and he plays pretty well, and it sounds good, nothing stands out.
That's it. That's it.
It's just there.
It's very it's not so different from anything else.
I've listened to an entire album of his
Yeah.
from front to back. Can't remember any of it.
Now that said, Wallflowers Bringing Down the Horse, their debut record, was a kind of a constant spin for me back in the day.
Well,
really
it's-
good album.
Wallflowers, it was a different story.
Yeah.
Because they brought him out of his folk Americana rut.
Ish.
Like it sounded different.
Yeah.
It wasn't just every other singer-songwriter.
It had a little more variety to it and spice, I guess. Yeah. So, also on the cover, oh boy, sad times. Johnny Cash looks death in the eye. This is pre the death of Johnny Cash. Also, another depressing headline. The case of the 7th grade killer. Wowzers.
Cheery.
Yeah. And then the reason I pulled it out for tonight, to just sort of remember what was, an article called "Is Bush Dumb?"
Now, when was this?
2000,
What month?
October,
So this was
pre 9/11.
as the election was ending.
Yeah.
Clinton's last month,
In office.
2 months in office because he gets sworn in, and
Lame duck and all that, yeah.
but Bush gets elected a month from now,
George W. Bush, yeah.
and we are questioning whether he's stupid. Okay.
Yeah. And who did such questioning? Mm-hmm. I'll give you 2 guesses. Is Bush dumb? Question mark. In Rolling Stone. Who could have written such an article?
Who? I'm afraid to know these days.
Well, it has a dark cast on it at this point.
Okay.
Is Bush dumb? Or is he just too busy remembering the names of his old frat buddies to focus on things like who he had executed last week by Al Franken?
Ow.
Yeah.
It's a dark week.
It's a dark week.
Can
Yeah. No,
Can I
please.
take a second to
Take a
talk
second.
about Al Franken
Take
here?
a second.
So this is the Al Franken thing's worrying me
Okay.
because I found myself agreeing about the Al Franken thing
Yeah.
with multiple conservative commentators.
Oh boy. That's
It's a weird
It's scary.
it's a weird place to be in when I'm listening to conservative commentators or reading what they said and went, yeah, they have a point.
Kind of nailed it.
Most of the points being that while Al Franken did bad things,
Yeah.
he was essentially thrown out to the wolves by the Democratic Party
Yeah. Yes.
with no second thought. Just you're gone.
Right. And I believe at this point he's resigning.
Yes.
Yes.
Yes, he is announced in a speech on the Senate floor where he did not admit to anything, announced he's resigning. One guy pointed out it was a conservative writer. This is the second one that I heard that worried me. Pointed out that he learned too late. This is what you heard in the speech. Learned too late that the worst thing he could do in that situation when he's accused of these things that he says he didn't do is be a good guy and apologize.
Yeah.
That's really what happened.
Yeah.
Because he apologized and everyone went, he admitted it. He apologized that he had offended these women, which isn't what he did. He said, I don't remember it happening that way, but I'm sad that they do, and I'm sorry.
Yeah.
That's not admitting anything.
Yeah.
Anyway.
I didn't read this article, by the way, but I think
I'm sure it's very well written.
I'm sure it's very well written. I'll just pull a couple things out for you. Last January, Bush came up with this gem on education. This is a quote. Rarely is the question asked, is our children learning? Technically, of course, he's right. Personally, I've never heard that question asked because it's not a goddamn question. Is our children learning? Oh, boy. Yeah, so there you go.
Yeah.
There's these are the big Rolling Stones, too, for people who don't remember them. They were quite large.
Back in the day. Let me
Quite
see.
large.
Let me see this
Yeah,
thing.
How about? There's a lot of ads in there that are of sort of attractive males, which I was surprised by.
Oh my!
Right?
The first thing I saw is a Coldplay review
Oh,
for Parachutes.
the first record.
Man.
Wowzers. Yeah, that's about when they came on the scene. Year 2000.
Okay. I want you to guess October
Yeah.
2000.
Yeah.
What album was their featured album review in Rolling Stone?
Oh, God. Kid A? Radiohead Kid A?
No.
No?
Worse
I love Kid A.
and different in every way.
A hip hop record.
Yeah.
God, I don't know.
Everlast.
Oh!
Eat
Then
It
you-
Whitey's.
Oh! Is that the one with the, then you really might know what it's like?
I think that's it, yeah. Their description.
Jesus.
Are you ready for this?
Okay.
It's going to hurt you to hear this. I'm just warning you.
All right.
Biggie meets Bob Dylan with the hip hop folk blues of Eat It Whitey's.
No. No.
I contend that neither of those names should be included in this album review.
Or in the same sentence. And that's why Rolling Stones are smaller now. There's no fucking way that is possible.
If you walked around and had a list of the bands that have album reviews in this magazine,
Yeah.
and just walked up to random people and said, "Hey, what was the featured review in this Rolling Stone?" Gonna bet everyone guessed Parachutes was ahead of Eat It Whitey's.
That's
Oh
what
my,
this
Polo
man.
Ralph Lauren.
Specifically underwear. Yeah, he's a lot older now. When you stop and think about
Yeah.
it. An ad for Blair Witch 2, Book of Shadows, which no one fucking saw.
I didn't see Blair Witch.
Oh, it's so scary. It's so scary. A cartoon of Al Gore.
What?
An Altoids ad. That's
What's the cartoon of Al Gore?
I can't tell what the hell is going on, but yeah,
Okay.
there's like other people feeding
Remember
into
when
his.
Al Gore was almost president?
Yeah. They're dancing the can on his shoulder. That's what's happening. Okay.
In just a month plus, Al Gore would be watching the election results going, "Did I win? Maybe I won. I don't know. Can't tell."
And it took me because I was a child when that happened. It took me years to figure out like what happened. You know what I mean?
I watched. That's the first election I really remember.
Yeah, me too.
And I was 13, 12, 13.
Yeah.
13.
I'm a bit older than you.
But I stayed up and I watched it. I remember watching Dan Rather's coverage of it.
Nice.
And
Less rapey than Matt Lauer's. Anyway.
yeah, I ended up going to bed, obviously, without knowing who the president was, because they didn't really know for like weeks.
There was court. There was Supreme Court.
But I remember,
All sorts of things.
and I will always remember, it was like Dan Rather throughout the evening was losing his mind, having to report nothing.
Right.
So,
And in Cincinnati tonight, someone ate a bowl of chili.
well, they would go talk to an expert and they'd come back to him, and it was like his folksy sayings were getting folksier and folksier as he went. And at one point he said, and I don't remember whether it was Bush or Gore,
Yeah.
but said someone had to be madder than a wet rooster.
Oh, wow.
So
I want to show you another page in this magazine. Ralph Lauren, like, bringing the gay porn, right? Like, I mean,
I'm confused.
they're all over it,
I'm kind of confused as to who that's trying to sell to.
right? Oh my God, look at this. Blast from the past. Okay, sorry. This is fascinating. All right. This is an ad. The new tunes have arrived. The season for new superstar albums has begun, and we've got them all on sale.
Oh boy.
This is Warehouse Music. On sale Tuesday, October 3rd. Green Day's Warning.
Wow.
Not a bad record. Not their best, but not bad. And the little description is, after a 2-year hiatus, these neo-punk provocateurs are back with all the raw power and freedom of their early days. Not true, but not a bad record.
With some of the power of the early days.
Yeah. Next up, Radiohead Kid A.
Okay.
The Grammy-winning, critically acclaimed British quintet returns with another modern rock classic. I wouldn't call Kid A rock record, but it is a classic.
What else are you going to call it, though?
Right. Also on sale, Paul Simon, You're the One. Robbie Williams, Sing When You're Winning. And then on sale Tuesday, October 10th. This was the shit day. Listen to these records.
Okay.
Orgy, Vapor Transmission.
What?
Remember Orgy?
No.
Not a good band. Collective Soul Blender, which I had.
Okay.
Not their best. And the Wallflowers Breach, which I also had.
Okay.
Also not their best. The 2000s was a weird time for music. I have another issue of Rolling Stone, the Bands,
Okay.
which if you paid
Right.
attention to Rolling Stone at the time, that would include the Vines,
The
the Hives,
Hives.
the White Stripes,
Strokes?
the Strokes. Those were like the main ones. Yeah. Yeah. And out of all of those bands, the two that did the best would have to be the White Stripes and the Strokes, for sure. Yeah.
Yeah, I do remember when that whole thing started.
The bands, yeah.
The bands. The White Stripes were like the black horse of the group.
They were.
Like they were the underdogs.
And they were the most successful.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah.
by far.
By far. By far the most successful.
They accidentally wrote songs that are used at sporting events now.
That is true. But I've recorded so many high school marching bands that do Seven Nation Army. Oh, boy.
I know you don't watch sports because you're afraid that they'll like come out of the TV and hurt you or something.
I just don't
Whatever it is that happens when you watch sports, I don't know.
I feel too masculine.
You'll sprain your ankle or something watching it.
I'll sprain my ego.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But watch college football as the bowl season is coming.
Okay.
The bowl season is upon us. Watch like 3 bowl games. You don't have to watch very long.
Okay.
You will hear every single band play Seven Nation Army.
Yeah.
And every single time you're like, I don't like it that way. Please stop doing it.
You know,
But it's better than when they play La Bamba. So you get
Totally.
You got to pick.
you got to pick. I mean, Sweet Caroline's a classic of band music as well. And another new classic that I've noticed pop up in the milieu is Gold on the Ceiling by Black Keys.
I don't know.
But they want to get my gold on the ceiling. It's not as catchy as bum, 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 bum,
Yeah.
bum.
Yeah, at Predators games here,
Yeah.
they do that. They get people pumped up with that. I was watching the baseball playoffs and I heard it multiple times there. Every sport has somehow latched onto that one song.
Yeah.
And Jack White, he can do whatever he wants the rest of his life. He's now rich because of that.
Well, you know what? And I would feel really good. I'd feel really good if like my records did like okay, and I had this like massive sports song. I'd feel good about that.
Here's what I've wondered though.
Yeah.
You've seen Jack White.
Yeah. In person.
Yeah. Jack White does not strike me as a sports fan.
No. Very feeble boned, that one.
And to take it one step further, he strikes me as a person who would loathe sports fans.
Yes.
Like he would see someone wearing a sports jersey of some sort and immediately be upset about it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So I do wonder if occasionally he's flipping through the channels and he hears it and he just gets pissed.
He's like, God,
Just pissed for a second.
oh God, Nathan, you could still sign up for Rolling Stone.
Is there an offer?
Yeah, there is a savings. I have in my hand a savings voucher. Whoa.
Does it? Here's the. Okay, so you know what? It doesn't have an expiration date on it.
And that's business reply mail. You don't have to put a stamp on that.
I'm kind of tempted to send it to see what they do.
You should do that. Let's do it.
Because
We'll do it.
it's only going to be $20 for a full year.
It's only 18 years old. Yeah, see if they send you back a statement that's like, all right, here we go.
Rolling Stone publishes one double issue with. Okay, this is the most misleading thing I've ever seen. Okay, this postcard.
Yeah.
Let me read this to you. Rolling Stone, to get you to subscribe. Savings voucher. Act now and take advantage of the special offer from Rolling Stone. Subscribe today to save 76% off the cover price. Here's the part in question.
Okay.
Get 26 issues for only 4 easy payments of $4.95 each.
Okay.
Fine print. Rolling Stone publishes one double issue, which counts as 2 out of the 26 issues for the year. Just say 25 issues. What? Why are you lying? That's not 2 issues. You don't put 2 together and go, that's 2 issues. If I published 2 novels in the same book, guess what you have? one book.
This is why print media is failing, man.
Yeah, because they don't know anything 16 years ago.
They do this shit.
17 years ago.
Yeah. Yeah, 17 years ago.
Nearly 2 decades ago, they couldn't figure out how to count. And that's why magazines are going under. It's ridiculous.
That piece of paper is older than some people that I know. Mm-hmm. That's weird.
This piece of paper is almost old enough to go to college.
Wow.
Yeah.
It's applying to schools right now, or it better be.
It's not going to get into its top pick.
No.
It's
Because it's got a lot of stupid fine print.
it applied to Duke.
Yeah.
I mean, the testing score's not so good.
At that time, kids, we took the SAT.
I never took the SAT.
I took the SAT.
I took ACT. All day, every day. No, just one time.
We'd be remiss, I think. Yeah, we'd be remiss if we didn't mention the latest philanderer, someone who we are particularly fond of, I think, on this podcast. Though maybe not anymore.
Who are we talking about now?
Well,
Dustin Hoffman's one.
Oh, Jesus, really?
Yeah, that's today.
Fuck. Okay, anyway. Nebraska Roy texted me this.
Him?
No.
Oh, good.
Not as far as we know. He says, wait, don't tell me this week started out with, quote, "It wasn't a quiet week in Lake Wobegon last week."
Oh, yes.
And all of those critics that said Garrison Keillor lost his touch were definitely wrong. Thank you, Peter Sagal. You goddamn genius.
Peter Sagal, in the age of Trump,
Yeah.
is the person who frequently makes me the happiest.
He's so...
Every time I hear him,
So
he
great.
makes me happy.
I genuinely hope you're not masturbating near anyone or touching anyone, Peter.
Yeah, Peter.
God damn it.
If you are, stop now.
Yeah.
And get some hush money or something.
Apologize.
I can't take any more.
No.
Everyone I like in every field.
Every fucking field.
One of my favorite bands growing up, I don't know if you heard a while back, the lead singer of Brand New.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's been touching people?
No, he asked teenagers for nude pictures.
Jesus Christ.
And so they had to cancel one of their farewell tours because of it.
Oh my God.
Every field.
Oh my God.
And it's never, the thing that is getting upsetting to me is it's never people I dislike.
Yeah, no.
Like in comedy, it had to be Louis C.K.
Yeah.
It couldn't have been
I don't know, Mike Birbiglia.
Dane Cook. Well, no, not
No,
Mike
I like Mike
Birbiglia.
Birbiglia. I just named a comic off the top of my
Dane
head.
Cook?
Yeah, Dane Cook. Yeah.
It couldn't have been
I don't know. Fucking who do you Gilbert Godfrey? I mean, I like Gilbert Godfrey, but like
just it had to be someone important.
yeah, it did. It did.
In acting, it's never Vin Diesel.
Yeah. It's fucking Dustin Hoffman.
If Vin Diesel got kicked out of acting for doing bad things, I'd be like, well, no more Vin Diesel movies. We'll just put The Rock in all of them. That's better anyway.
Speaking of comedians, though, and I do like Mike Birbiglia, I'd be real surprised if, like, it came out suddenly that John Mulaney had been touching people.
That would be... If I had a list of comedians least likely, he's probably at the top of that list.
And Jen Kirkman, you keep your goddamn hands to yourself.
Yeah. Nick Kroll. Can't do it. Not allowed. I mean, really, none of you are allowed.
No.
To be clear, I'm not saying some people should.
Right.
I'm just saying instead of Brand New, I would prefer Nickelback had to cancel a tour.
Exactly. Right. And
instead of Al Franken, couldn't have been any other Democrat. Literally any other Democrat.
not any other.
Any other. I like Al Franken more than all of them.
That's true. I do too, actually, come to think of it.
Literally any other
Literally
Democrat,
any other
I would have been
Democrat,
like, yeah, that's fine.
Yeah. Or like Rand Paul.
Yeah.
And that'd be fine.
Rand Paul just gets in fistfights with his neighbor.
Apparently.
We don't know what the fistfight was about. Maybe it was because the neighbor kept getting touched by it. I don't know.
Could be. Let's start that rumor.
He kept seeing Rand Paul out by his bushes.
He got pissed.
Yeah.
I remember
I know-
the story. I remember.
I
this
know what's
story.
going there.
And by the way, we are in support of the victims here. So I'm glad all these people, all these women in particular, are coming forward.
We are.
Yeah. It just sucks
Yeah.
that they did this stuff. It sucks that these people that we like did bad things.
Yeah.
That's what it comes down to.
I still, while supporting the victims,
Yeah.
would like it to be on the record that Roy Moore stuff and Al Franken stuff,
Not in the same
Both-
goddamn ballpark.
both bad.
Yeah.
One got you kicked out of a mall
Right.
because they were afraid of you. It's worse. It's decidedly worse than any of. I mean, Al Franken stuff is bad.
Yeah.
Roy Moore. And this isn't a political thing.
No, not at all.
I-
Not in the least.
I don't like Roy Moore as a human being,
Right.
regardless of his political party.
He's a despicable human.
If he were running in the Democratic Party, I would be questioning my allegiance to the Democratic
Right.
Party.
Yeah. I mean, the man is a pedophile.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And the fact that my wife and I and our child went to dinner tonight.
And Oliver enjoyed his snails.
No,
His escargot?
He ate a burger because we
Oh.
went to Dairy King.
Oh, ooh, nice choice.
It is a nice
Nice
choice.
choice.
The downside to Dairy King. So Dairy King is a local restaurant that somehow has a very small town feel,
Yeah.
even though it's in the middle of Nashville.
And I don't know how they're not getting sued by Dairy Queen.
I don't know. Either. I mean, it's a different gender.
We didn't start this. When this goes down in court,
Yeah.
this does not originate from us.
The downside to eating there is that they have one TV and it always is on Fox News,
Oh, yeah. That is a downside.
which is the only time I ever see Fox News in my life.
Yeah.
So it was on, and I had to watch people after people not defend Roy Moore, but say he's a good choice as a politician, even though maybe, I mean, it's not great. We don't like the accusations, but I mean, Doug Jones, right? Which is not a good defense.
No, it is not. By the way, I don't know why, but I picture Oliver being fancy.
He's not fancy.
I think he's fancy.
No.
I think when he grows up, he's going to be
Trust me,
fancy.
he is not fancy.
Like, I just picture him in a little tuxedo. I don't know why.
He learned today. Well, he's been learning, but he started doing today, dipping things
Oh, yes.
in ketchup.
Oh, yes.
But then he ran out of things to dip
Chilean sea bass.
and just wanted to stick his fingers in the ketchup. That's how fancy my child is. He tried to drink the plastic cup of ketchup. It was not allowed.
Contrast this with my child, who I don't think would be into ketchup.
You haven't ever given him
I've
ketchup?
given him ketchup, but he wasn't that into it.
Well, he hasn't had it the right way.
It's not because he's fancy. He's just he's like me. He has preferences.
I will say I think it's less the ketchup and more the novelty of the dipping.
Ah, yes.
It's the same reason, like if we have a drink with a straw, he wants to drink out of it.
Oh, yes.
At first we were like, wow, he really like alarmingly likes Diet Coke. Why is that? And then we gave him a cup full of water
With the straw.
with
in
a
it.
straw. Does not care what's in the cup.
He just really
it
likes
could
straw.
be literally anything inside that cup. In fact, I gave him an empty cup earlier with a straw. He was just as happy. So,
You're the parent master. Anyway, any closing thoughts?
in closing,
Yeah.
Roy Moore is disgusting.
Yeah, don't vote for him, Alabama.
The other people who are accused of things are also gross.
yeah,
Both sides of the aisle.
all gross.
actors I like,
Yep.
actors I dislike. I'm
Yep.
sure some of them have been accused of something, maybe. All gross. Roy Moore is the only one.
Super gross.
Is the only one who could end up in the Senate right
Uh-huh.
now.
Right, uh-huh.
So maybe don't do that. Thank you.
Who diddled kids?
Yeah.
Just saying.
Well, I mean, he's not the only one who diddled kids.
Oh, shit.
Roman Polanski, Woody Allen,
Well, yeah, those. Yeah.
Kevin Spacey.
Those have been around. Well, that one's new. The others have been around for a while.
Yeah.
Oh, boy. Oh, boy.
Don't just. I want every Republican from Alabama who listens to this show, all of you.
And all of Alabama right now just went, hey, I'm listening.
Yeah. I want you to think about this.
Yeah.
If Kevin Spacey were running for Congress,
Oh, okay. Right.
how would you react to the fact that he diddled teenagers?
Uh-huh.
Now, look at your current situation and remember your answer.
I see where this is going. Yeah.
The only difference is it wasn't gay diddling, it was straight diddling.
Yeah. Diddlin's diddlin'.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, no.
No.
That's it. That's my final thought.
I'm happy with that. My final thought is, looking back in this magazine, what the fuck is this guy wearing? He's got like a fur vest
Man,
with a scarf.
I like his blue steel look. Right
He
there.
really is. I mean, okay, this is a Prada ad,
Yeah.
and it looks like Zoolander. It looks like Ben Stiller saw this issue of Rolling Stone and was like, that's what I'm doing.
This inspired the entire movie.
I think so. I really do. I mean, it's bang
Is
on
he
blue
in
steel.
snow
Yeah, he's in snow.
in a vest?
Well, he's got these. Yeah, he's in a vest. He's got a scarf, and he's got these like, I don't fucking know, arm gloves.
I think we
see
can
that?
we can all
like a-
agree by looking at this picture of a man sleeveless in snow. Supermodels, when the nuclear holocaust hits and everyone's trying to survive, first one's gone.
You guys are gonna be not okay. You guys are. This guy is much better prepared. He's also in the snow.
Yeah, but he's sitting in it.
He is sitting in it, but at least he's fully clothed. Yeah.
He's gonna have a wet
Wait.
butt, cold wet butt.
Same guy.
Oh, he learned his lesson.
I think so.
He was out there and he went, "Oh, gee whiz!
First,
My arms are cold."
he put on some shoes,
Uh-huh.
and
Was
then
he not wearing shoes the first time?
I mean, how are we to know?
No, man.
How are we to know?
Anyway,
Yeah. Yeah.
yeah, sushi jackknife.
Yeah. Sushi jackknife. That's pretty good. It's nice and dramatic. Yeah. Okay. Court case closed. Exhibit A before the court. The nearly empty bottle of whiskey.